Angela started the day out yesterday calling someone dreamy eyes, and by the end of the day, she was calling them droopy eyes. We've got a lot to get to. Happy first Waffle Wednesday to all who celebrate. It's time for an overnight live feed update. If you do not want BB28 live feed spoilers, now is your chance to scroll on. So, from my last update, you probably know that it really was not looking good for Ashley at all. It looked like she was definitely going to go home in any scenario, and we have kind of changed a little bit. In yesterday's update, I talked about the Dee and Angela gym conspiracy theory, but Angela had a separate gym conspiracy theory where during the day before, she thinks that Rome was pulling all of these people up to the gym to create an alliance, not work out. Is he in an alliance with some of those people that were up in the gym? Absolutely. But that's not what was happening. They genuinely were just all up there working out. However, this conspiracy theory that she has told to Dee, then told to the rest of the crossovers. She also told it to the Red Corner people, and starting last night, they were really starting to think, hey, Angela might be onto something here, and we need to do something to kind of course correct. Otherwise, we're all going to be in the minority of this house. So they have all decided to keep Ashley now. Dee, Barrett, Drew, and Angela had a conversation with Ashley, and they were kind of filling her in on the gym conspiracy theory, as well as like letting her know that, hey, right now you don't have the votes, and so like you need to start working some people and really get the votes to stay. And in order to do that, we actually think that you need to go create a lot of drama and chaos, because that's the best way to get votes. I don't know that I agree with that strategy, but that's what they thought. So Ashley goes and has a conversation with Taylor. And in this conversation, she's telling Taylor about how they're both in danger and that she's gotten all this information doing all of her one-on-ones. And she thinks that Taylor is really in danger and needs to be worried and they need to stick together. And Taylor is constantly being like, well, but like who? Like, who are you talking about that's like playing me, or like what's going on here? And in the midst of that conversation, Ashley name drops Devins and Angela as people that potentially would not vote for Taylor. About 30 minutes after that, I would say, is Taylor, Lala, and Angela in the kitchen. And Taylor kind of just comes out and says that like, Ashley said that you don't like me anymore, basically. Like, they have a big conversation about it. Taylor also does say to Angela, like, I don't think this is something coming from Ashley. I think that these are things that Ashley is being told by other people, like, don't hold it against Ashley. Which Angela is totally fine with. Angela also knew that she was going to be causing chaos, so it was fine. Ever since the gym situation earlier in the day with Dee, you know, Angela hasn't been trusting Drew, and Drew didn't really mention anything about the gym situation in any of the conversations so far. In fact, Kamu is actually the only one I heard like actually telling Dee anything about that. Angela's already kind of in spiral mode, because like after Ashley left from talking to Barrett, Dee, and Drew also left, Angela went back up there to the loft area where Dee and Barrett were sitting. She was like, what did Drew say? What did you say while I was gone? Like, I mean, just going in. And there was this one part where she like swore up and down that in the middle of all of them having that conversation that Drew had like walked away and then later came back up, which is not true. He was there the whole time. And that's what like Dee and Barrett kept trying to tell her. And she was like, no, he left for like 45 seconds. Like, what was he doing for that 45 seconds? And eventually, throughout the night, Dee and Barrett are able to kind of talk to Angela, talk her down, definitely keep her in control, because I genuinely thought we were going to have an Angela moment, because she said, I don't even remember now who she said it to, but she was like, we're talking about, it was in this moment where she was talking to Dee and Barrett. She was like, we're all talking about droopy eyes, right? Mind you, in the morning, Drew had been called dreamy eyes by her. So I was like, we're about to it's The 3 claps of death, as Taryn would say, is coming soon. Yeah, it's coming. But like I said, Dee and Barrett, they were able to talk her off the ledge. In fact, by the end of the night, Drew and Angela have a really, really good conversation and clear the air. And basically, Angela says that for now, she's feeling a lot better. We will see. I think that in the Ashley and Taylor situation, I think that it would end up being a tie. And I don't know that Dee actually would break the tie in Ashley's favor. And I feel like they're kind of like missing that piece. I feel like last night in the midst of everything, they were counting Dee as a vote, even though she doesn't vote unless there's a tie. And so we'll see how things waffle back and forth today. I do know they're also really working on Melody to try and secure another vote. We'll see how that goes. But that's kind of everything that happened last night. Have-nots got to eat. Finally, they had wings and burgers and fries and tots and dessert and cupcakes for Lala's birthday and Diet Coke. So they had a good feast. We will see what happens today, and I will definitely keep you updated. But let me know your thoughts on everything that went down last night. Let's do a Waffle Wednesday catch-up because there's definitely a lot of spiraling going on. So we definitely have the littles spiraling today, which is Mallory, Melody, and Lyric. They are really kind of where this vote is going to come down to. Ashley kind of let them know that this morning. Like, first thing this morning, Ashley pulled Melody and Lyric for a chat to talk to them about this. She let them know that she does have the votes, that the house is split, and that they are going to end up on the wrong side of the vote if they don't start putting some puzzle pieces together. And this has really sent the 3 of them into a spiral. Combo between Jason and Lala. I haven't really given an update on them lately, but the last time I had updated you, there was a lot of them planning to target Angela and Devin, as well as them doing a lot of talking negatively about Angela and Devin in the house. They have since kind of cooled it, dialed all of that back, and now they have decided that they are going to blame all of their decisions for doing that on Haley, saying that she came up with something trying to cause a rift between them. This actually kind of comes from Angela, because Angela was suspecting that someone was doing this. She was suspecting it was Drew. Really, it's just that Drew was being honest with her. So they think that they're going to be able to trick Angela, but really, like, Angela's kind of playing them. It's one of those, like, I know, you know, I know kind of things. So we'll see how that all ends up playing out. And Angela had a quick chat in the storage room, and during that chat, Haley mentioned something about Dee making a comment about Angela's paranoia to Angela. I mean, really, like, I don't think Haley meant anything ill-intended by this, but she does not know how to talk to people in, like, a good way. She just always comes off in such a negative way, and this caused Angela to spiral. She was able to talk herself down. She didn't freak out, and she didn't start questioning Dee. She was like, it's a new day. I was acting a little bit crazy yesterday. Like, today is going to be a better day. So really just kind of had a moment to herself and pulled it all together. And so hopefully she'll be okay, and we won't have like the end to the crossovers tonight or anything. Barrett, Dee, and Drew all had a conversation today talking about all of the voting scenarios as far as it goes with a tie. Because like I said this morning in my update, I do not think that Dee is willing to split the tie in a certain way. She did confirm that in this conversation this morning. If the tie is between Taylor and Ashley, she is not willing to split the tie and vote Taylor out. She would keep Taylor in the game, which is honestly such a bad game idea from Dee's perspective. I kind of see what she's saying, but like, if they don't make this vote happen the way that they want to with keeping Ashley, they are really going to be hurting for numbers. They are definitely going to be in the minority, and it's going to be tough to come back from. And they also talked about how there have been several comments this morning about Barrett and Dee's cuddling situation last night. So they both have agreed to kind of keep that to a minimum. They also talked about how Barrett and Drew today are really going to be stuck on Mallory and Melody so they can try and get their votes. I really don't understand why they're doing this, but their plan is to just stay close to them and continue building trust with them. And then tomorrow night during the live show after the blockbuster, when they have the 90 seconds to scramble, they're going to tell them which way to vote. I really don't think that this is a smart idea. Mallory is not going to go for it. And I think Melody's going to think it's really weird, honestly. If it comes from Drew, she might buy it because Drew honestly does have a very strong hold on Melody, and I don't think he realizes how strong of a hold he has, because if he would just talk to her right now and say, this is the plan and this is where we're going, she will fall in line. She has given her whole game information away to him, including her final 2 deal that she has with Lyric. She has 100% trust in Drew, and he's not taking the full advantage of it in the scenario when they only need her vote. If they can get Melody's vote, this thing is a lock. Ashley will stay in any situation. Just a little bit ago, Rome walked up to Jason and it was really weird. It came out of nowhere and he was like, I had a dream about you last night and you turned on me, and I'm just telling you now, you better stay loyal to me. Like I said, it came out of nowhere. It was really aggressive and it really upset Jason. He was crying to Lyric about it. Very interested to see what else he has to say the rest of the day. I have no idea where this came from, but I feel like it's something that may come up again later in the future. At the time that I stopped listening in on everything to come and chat with you guys, Ashley was having a conversation with Melody in the storage room. It seemed like that conversation was going pretty well, and she was really giving her a lot of information about this new group that is forming, and that Ashley specifically wants Melody of the trio to be in that group with her. So we'll see if maybe some of this can kind of gain some traction. I think that's either going to help the cause or significantly hurt the cause, since Drew did not give her this info. So that's all I've got for now. I will definitely be back later. It's Wednesday. We're waffling all over the place. Hit the follow button if you want more content like this. Let's do one last Waffle Wednesday check-in. So as of right now, it does look like our vote has flipped back to where it was before all of last night's shenanigans. In my last update video, I talked about how at the time I was making that video, Ashley and Melody were having a conversation in the storage room. That conversation, like I thought it was going to do, has flipped everything. Ashley really spilled the beans on the whole entire plan to Melody, and then Melody went wild with it. She has told Rome, she told Drew, telling Drew then got it back to everyone that was in on the plan, and Ashley has continued to talk to people about this plan all day, name dropping all the people that had planned to vote for her. The good news for the crossovers is that a lot of this has fallen back on Red Corner, mainly Haley. She's the one taking a lot of heat, and she actually just confronted Ashley about this on the live feeds, saying that you've kind of spoiled the plan. I don't think Ashley was quite picking up on the fact that when Haley says that means you don't have these votes anymore. But they had this long conversation about Ashley doing all of this talking. And the thing is, last night, if you watch my update, some of the people that came up with this plan kind of told Ashley to go cause a lot of chaos. And that's exactly what she's done today. And now it's coming back to bite her. And it really, really sucks seeing it from her point of view, because in the moment of them telling her to go and cause all of this chaos, she was saying guys, I don't really think that this is a good plan. And they kind of kept pushing it on her. But there was a meeting with Angela, Barrett, Drew, and Dee a little bit ago where they decided that they think it is best to go ahead and let Ashley go home this week so they can continue to play in the middle. Since Dee's not willing to break a tie vote, and Melody and Mallory and Lyric are not going to be changing their vote, they're going to be sticking with Rome. There's really no point. It's just going to be a tie and Dee's not going to break it. So what's the point in drawing a line in the sand? Which I do understand that if Dee is not willing to break the tie and start this battle from now. There was also a point earlier in the day where Mallory had a conversation with Melody about how she doesn't really feel like she can trust Drew. Melody went and told Drew that information. Like I said, even though Melody hasn't been willing to flip her vote in the way that Drew has kind of been insinuating that he would have liked to have voted earlier in the day. He does seem to have a pretty strong hold on her, and he does seem to be Melody's number one. So Melody did give that information to him, and he immediately then went and talked to Mallory. So within an hour, that information that Mallory gave Melody got back to her via Drew. And so Mallory had a conversation with Lyric talking about how she doesn't think she can really trust Melody because some of the information that she's given her has gotten back to her a couple of different times now, and she knows that it came from Melody because that's the only person she told. So I'm not sure how long that trio is really going to last, but I also don't know that Drew and Barrett are going to be able to get both Melody and Mallory to team up with them, since they're gonna kind of have a rift. So as of right now, it looks like for eviction tomorrow, Yash will stay if he is next to Ashley, but in any other scenario he leaves, and Taylor stays no matter what. So that's how it's looking, but it's very early over in the Big Brother house. It's only 8:30 their time. It's Waffle Wednesday. I don't know if they'll be up late. Some casts, they're up late. Some casts go to bed early because they know they have a long road ahead of them tomorrow. So we'll have to see if anything changes overnight tonight. So make sure you tune in for the live feed update tomorrow morning. Drop it down in the comments who you're hoping leaves the Big Brother house tomorrow night.